Hi, it's Gabe from Fluent Forever. Today I'm sharing some tips on choosing the right language coach for you and how to maximize that collaboration. But first, if you want a bit of context into the language coaching world, take a look at last week's video, where you'll learn a bit about our online language coaching program, also known as live coaching, the difference between a coach and a tutor, and whether or not you need a coach to help you reach your language learning goals. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in. For me, language learning is a memory challenge above everything. So when I'm looking for a language coach, I want someone who can help me build memories that are as relevant to me and as sticky as possible. Specifically, I want someone who has these three skills. Number one, keep the content relevant to me. I mentioned last week how personalized our coaching is. We've seen amazing results, frankly, come from tailoring each learner's coaching curriculum to their interests and their language goals. But for me, the coach, they should be asking about my interests within the first couple of sessions. And we should stick to talking about that content as much as possible. Number two, keep the content about me. Okay, so I know this is sounding very me, but really it is about me. This is my time, my money, my effort that I'm spending to learn a language. If my coach can keep the content about me, I'm going to learn twice as fast compared with more non-specific content. Now, it's totally fine if the coach talks about themselves here and there, but when you're learning to talk about your life in your target language, that is going to stick much better than talking about abstract, irrelevant topics. And so that takes us to number three, push me to stay in my target language. The moment I try to talk about a topic that I don't have all the words for, I have two options. One, I can jump to English, but if I do that, I'm depriving myself of a learning opportunity, and I want my coach to remind me of that by gently pushing me back into my target language. It's okay if they help me translate a missing word or two, but then I want them to ask me to say my intended sentence, the one I wanted to say, with the new words I just learned, rather than let me take the easy road and revert back into English. My second option, now that's resist jumping into English. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable while I search for the word or the sentence I want to say. If I choose that option, I'm going to learn the fastest, even though it can be maddeningly frustrating at times. You want a coach who's happy to have long conversations about very, very little. So we've got the three skills I recommend looking for when you're scouting out a prospective coach, but how do you know whether they have these three skills? You could try asking these four open-ended questions. So, if your prospective coach answers that they tailor their sessions around their students' interests, that they collaborate with the student to create relevant examples for every new piece of information, and that they use as little English as possible, then you're in good hands. If they don't respond in that way, it's not necessarily the end of the world, though. You can continue chatting and see if they're comfortable adapting their teaching style to match your needs. I've found that more often than not, I can guide a coach into becoming exactly the kind of coach I need them to be, as long as I keep these three skills in mind when I'm in my first coaching sessions. So that's it for my tips on choosing the best coach for you and how to get the most out of working with one. If you've ever struggled with motivation or long-term retention in language learning, try out language coaching. It can mean the difference between casually flirting with a language and, truly reaching fluency. Our live coaching programs are there for you when and if you need them. As a reminder, we offer coaching in 12 languages, and we've trained all of our coaches on those three skills, as well as our very effective 4-step method. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss the next video.